So, all right, I think everyone is excited. So, without further ado, it's an honor to present our presenter this morning. Okay, all right, let's welcome the man of the hour. Please help me welcome Mr. Kim Song Mo, or you could call him Mr. Ozzy or Oz. Please give him a round of applause.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my business presentation. Before I start my business presentation, I will show you a short video, just a short one. Yes, this is BTS. Yes, BTS World Tour in America this year. The Americans are singing Korean songs, Korean traditional songs with exact Korean pronunciation. It's very interesting. So I will talk to you about the Korean language school in the Philippines. Let's try. I will cover these 10 pages. The problem. What's the problem in Korean language school, Korean language education? And I will give you a solution about the problem. And look at the market. And we will check the feasibility of this business. After that, compare this school and other schools. And how can we go in? I will give you a roadmap of this business. And who can lead? Who will lead this business? And the invitation to this business. And I will finish my presentation with a long-term vision. Okay, let's start. Okay, what's the problem in Korean language school? The market in Korean language school. Yes, look at this pages. Look at this page, right and left. In right side, you can demand of Korean language. This topic is standard Korean language test. In 1997, there was 2,000 students, but in 2025, it increased to 550,000. But the supply, the school in the Korea can accept around 8,000-9,000 students, and we expand it to worldwide. Overseas academy, the Sejong Academy is a very popular one. They can teach around 239,000 students. Total 328,000 is more. There are 200,000 students are missing. Demand exceeds supply by over 200,000. This gap is our situation, is our opportunity. The solution is simple. Yes, make new Korean language school. But we have to think about that. What kind of school? Actually, Korea is the best to learn Korean language. So, that'll be good. The school must be in Korea. But the Korea have some problems. They cannot meet the demand. And also, there are two barriers and one limitation in Korea. The first one is cost. Yes. Korea is too expensive to live. Too expensive. And they have to get the visa. E-4 visa required to enter the school. And they cannot provide intensive classes. There are only 4 classes a day with 15 students a class. Compare with this. Here we are learning from one-on-one classes. It is called management class. Yeah. And small group classes. Compare this. 15 students a class. Is it enough? Is it good? No, not intensive. So we have to make a better schools. More affordable, more accessible, and more intensive. Even immersive environment is better. This is the school in the Philippines, Korean immersion school in the Philippines. learn Korean because Philippines has the system already. You are here in ESL school, ESL English school. Yes, Philippines has already these systems. We will keep this system. Campuses, dormitory systems, and class model or immersive environment, and their know-how operating this school more than 20 or 30 years. But we will change the language from English to Korean with certified Korean language teachers, native language teachers. Then we can gain the ready-made system, the school operation know-how with reasonable cost, and we will start our business very quickly with a low risk. Yes, we will adapting the proven Philippine ESL model to Korean language school. We will not make new school from zero. But how about the market? If I make the school here, but is there students? Is there customers? Let's look at the market. There are over than 10 million learning Korean language through Duolingo. That's the Duolingo data 2025. And in Sejong Academy, there are 200,000 students are learning or learn. And the most important one, around 89,000 students are already traveling to Korea to learn Korean language, and they are paying the money, 89,000. And it is increasing very rapidly. In 2020, the visa holders were 52,000, but it is increased to 89,000 just 5 years, 71% growth. Yes, the demand is already here. This is time to start business. But we have to check the feasibility of this business. The most important one, the first question, can we afford the Korean teachers? The school can hire the Korean teachers with a low tuition fee? Yes. We have a group class. At one-on-one classes, it's impossible. But at 1:10 ratio, yes, we can afford the Korean teacher's salary. This is the average salary of Korean language teachers in Korea. The average salary is around 1,800, and we have to prepare the housing because this is not their own country, so we have to prepare. It takes about 400. Total 2,200 must be paid for them. Let's check the case. If we prepare the one class, then we have to get the 8,000 tuition per month, 800 tuition per month. It's too expensive for students. But if we make 1:10 group classes, it goes to 800. That's affordable for students. It's affordable tuition. So, but this is still stronger than Korean class because the Korean typical class is 15 students a class or more than 15, around 20. Yeah. 1:10 class is more strength, more powerful than Korean, more intensive than Korean. So we can afford the Korean teachers in a group class. It's manageable. Next question. Those teachers will come here really in the Philippines? Yes. I am a Korean language teacher too. I will come here because the same salary is different. Real value is totally different. The salary in the Philippines goes further. Yeah, this is the salary. But in the Philippines, the housing is provided, so they will live on $1,000 in their apartment. But in Korea, it's impossible. They have to pay the rental fees, and they have to cost a high living expenses in Korea. So they will live around 3,090, 339, 4,400, maybe less than this. I know the situation in Korea. If I get the salary of this salary, then I can't make this, maybe minus. So I have to get another job for living. So teachers will get about $600 in here, more than Korea. Nearly 3 times higher disposable income than Korea. This is the hiring edge, our price. So the students will come here. This is new chance, new job opportunity. Okay, the next question, and maybe it's very important one. Okay, we make the schools here in the Philippines, but is it the same as ESLs? Are you sure about that? Yeah, I'm sure about that because we didn't change any numbers. The numbers, the value, the cost, the income is the same like ESL school. That means this school can expect the same margin or the same benefits, the same profit with this business. The most important one is we can't change anything, just change the features and languages, that's all. So our target margin will be the same as ESL. Typical ESL margin is our target margin and is achievable. If the old ESL schools go bankrupt, is bankrupt, then I have to check it again. But no, they are going is going better and better these days. The last question about this business is about students. We check the schools, the facility, we check the market, and we check the prices and teachers. The last one question. The students will come here to the Philippines. If you are a student who want to learn Korean, then you will choose this school instead of Korea. Let's check it. In language education, the most important one is immersion environment and teaching quality. And we have to consider the cost and accessibility. If I can't go there, it's impossible. So, and learning intensity, we want to learn more efficiently. So let's check it. Korea school. The school in Korea has real immersion and certified Korean teaching quality. It's guaranteed. It's okay. But cost, the most expensive one. Too expensive. Maybe all of you cannot afford this price, this cost. And you have to get a visa. To get a visa, you have to get an admission from the school, but the school is already full. So it's very difficult to get a visa. And learning intensity, there are only 4 schools in the morning, from morning to noon. That's all. In the afternoon, you have to leave your own home or dormitory or some studio. There is no chance to learn Korean, just use Korean. But as you know, if you are living outside the CIA, is it a language learning? Maybe not. You have to hear and you have to learn. You have to attend the classes. In Korea, it's impossible. But we can do it with a reasonable cost. We can do it everything. It cannot be compared with the self-study or Sejong Academy because Sejong Academy is just operated by one class a week or 1 or 2 classes a week as well. So it's not a immersive one. So you can choose self-study or Sejong Academy if you don't have the money or you don't have the chance to, you don't have money to learn Korean more intensively. That's okay. But it is not our comparison. Okay. I show you all of my business. All is possible. It's a real business opportunity. Then, how can we grow this business? You all know about that. This CIA school, if I want to make this school it will be very, very expensive. I don't have that kind of money, a lot of money. If you are the same, but how can we grow it? It's possible. Yes, we go back to 20 years ago. The CIA was started their business with a small students, small number of Korean students, just about 5 or 10 maybe. With the students, they started business. Now, 20 years later, we are here with a big buildings and good facilities, a lot of students. We can follow the same path. I will start with small camp, Korean language camp in the Philippines. It's a validation about the demand. We cannot validate the demand, then this business will fail. So we have to check our possibility, feasibility of this business with low risk. And if the first camp is successful, then we will do more camps. Second, third, about maybe around 1 year after, then we will fool ourselves. Yes, it's a business, real business. It has a possibility. Then we can build our own campus with some investment or some money from the students. The next one is very important one. If we prove the proper campus economics with Koreans, that means it will expand to other languages. Why not? Japanese and Chinese language school is possible here because I already proved that Korean is possible. Actually, Japanese and Chinese language learners are greater than Korean language learners. So they can make the same school with the same model. This is the step 3, extend the system. One proven model expand with first languages. Yes. Okay. This is a very important one. This is why I am here. This business requires 3 different skills or 3 different specialties about business, about the educations, and Korean specialties, Korean language. Fortunately, I can bring 3 all. I was a businessman. I have 20 years of building and running business by myself. I established 2 companies and I made some successful story in other companies. I experienced building startups, win failures, and growth. And I taught 15 years face-to-face to adult learners about that. And I already operated the same training center. And the last, I am supposed to be a Korean language teacher this August. Yes, it's a very rare combination. Business, education, and Korean language teacher. I can bring all 3. So I will be the best, or it's difficult to say perfect, but it's like perfect to do this. Yeah. Why I am here, why I am presenting my ideas to yours, because I want to invite you to my business. I am inviting you. Who will join? Actually, the business model is already proven. Yes. We need the first leader. We have to start the first step from here, from now. The demand, the market is already proven, and business model is already here in the CIA, in the schools. And execution path is very clear, from small to school and expand to other languages. The most important one is very early stage, early enough to shape this business together. Yeah, we are looking for the first partners to bring this model to life. The first builders I am waiting. Okay, let me finish this presentation with a long-term vision. Korean will be the first language, and the Philippines is the platform